neighborhood in the Las Vegas Valley is immune to squatters. In fact, Contact 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears learned that firsthand when some squatters moved onto her street.
The boarded up windows and trespassing warnings will hopefully be the straw that breaks the squatters' backs at this Summerlin home. But for nearly a year,
I felt like a prisoner in my own home a lot of the time. Wasn't even comfortable going in my own backyard because of them being so close.
Neighbors Sue and Georgia are among a group who kept watch over the strange goings-on.
A big concern to me was there's a school very nearby.
Sue lives right next door. She called police one night after hearing a woman screaming from inside the home.
It sounded like someone was being beat up or harmed in some way. Just a blood-curdling scream.
Metro got its first call for service in September 2015 for burglary and vandalism. In April, neighbors reported gunshots and vehicles speeding from the neighborhood. Police have been here 7 times in the last 7 months, towing illegal cars, investigating fraud involving NV Energy, and looking for suspicious vehicles and people. Police say whenever someone was home, they refused to answer the door.
Some squatter homes are used as drug houses, some are turned into chop shops, but this one was a porn palace. Check out what was inside.
Contact 13 obtained photos showing the home appeared to be an amateur pornography studio, maybe even a brothel. There were whips, thigh cuffs, and boxes of stilettos. The sparse furniture included a curtained 4-post bed, stripper pole, and some mirrors. Locks were busted out of doors. There was a drawer of drug paraphernalia and boxes labeled with girls' names.
I mean, your story is an awful one, but I wish it was isolated. It's not at all.
Jeremy Aguero with Applied Analysis has been examining the Valley's squatter problem,
Which has become a pretty significant challenge for us in Southern Nevada.
Banks may be partly to blame for our squatter problem because of something called shadow inventory. Homes that are bank controlled but maybe were left in a long gone owner's name or simply languishing in limbo because the bank has failed to foreclose, making the homes easy prey for squatters.
I mean, sometimes when you see homes not being transferred in interest, whether it's for a bank or another purpose, that's because folks don't want to have to bear the property taxes or don't want to have to maintain that particular property. Sometimes it's just easier to leave it in limbo.
He says that's more the exception than it used to be, but homes that get lost in the shuffle are particularly problematic. This home in my neighborhood went into default in 2005, but GMAC didn't take action to foreclose until this September, after Contact 13 got involved.
We're all dealing with it. This is our home in our neighborhood, but to them it's a bottom line on a piece of paper.
Absolutely, yes. It's all about the money.
There are 1,390 bank-owned homes in Southern Nevada, and as you can see on this map, they're everywhere. Fannie Mae owns more than any other bank.
Whether it's a high-end neighborhood or a low-end neighborhood, no one wants to be living next to someone that doesn't care at all about the property that they're occupying, and that in and of itself is the biggest problem that we have.
State laws passed in reaction to the recession made it much harder for banks to foreclose, leaving a greater share of homes floating along. Now, legislators are looking at more new laws to combat the unforeseen consequence of squatting. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.